What do you think?
Notre Dame has never had 2 offensive linemen go in the top 10. They have 2, which means we still have 1 quarterback yet to be taken waiting back there. And Todd, that's Josh Rosen of UCLA. Where is he going to go now?
Yeah, I would argue the most pro-ready of all these quarterbacks, but there's durability concerns. Oakland Raiders obviously don't need a quarterback. Are they going to make a move? Could a team like Arizona sitting at 15 try to trade up to that spot? That's the big question. Miami's the wild card. They have a quarterback in Tannehill, but they really have struggled with his durability issues. Now, are they going to bring in another quarterback who has durability issues is the big question. There is a relationship between Adam Gase and Jed Fish, who was the Josh Rosen offensive coordinator a year ago. And then lurking down here, a couple other teams. Baltimore Ravens could be looking for the future of quarterback, and we know the Patriots with 2 first-round picks and a bunch of picks in the first couple rounds. It's going to be interesting.
All right, Todd, thanks very much. As Josh Rosen waits to hear when his name will be called, we have a trade. The Raiders have moved back, and guess who has moved up? That would be the Arizona Cardinals. This sounds, Lewis, one more time, like a move up to take a quarterback. The question is, will it be Josh Rosen? Maybe Lamar Jackson? What do you think happens here with Arizona moving up?
Well, I definitely think it's going to be a quarterback, but you bring up a great point. Could it be Lamar Jackson? Could Lamar Jackson actually have leapfrog Josh Rosen in this draft? And I'll tell you what, look, Mike McCoy, the offensive coordinator for the Arizona Cardinals, he's one of the most innovative play callers and innovative offensive play designers in the NFL. Look, Bruce Arians himself said Lamar Jackson would fit very well in Arizona. This is going to be interesting to watch here. I like Josh Rosen. I thought Josh Rosen was going to be off the board much sooner than this. He can sling it. He can play. This is a good one to watch here,
what's amazing about Josh Rosen, of all these quarterbacks, the guy who's coming out who's probably the most ready as far as fundamentals in the college game are concerned, it's him.
Yeah.
The thing with him is when the pocket's clean, which how often is the pocket clean in the NFL, he's going to make every read, he's going to make every throw. The concern, I think, is when things break down. A lot of these other guys can create and make a play happen. He has a tendency to put the ball into coverage. So, but, I mean, I can't believe he's still sitting there with a chance to go to Arizona.
Well, it is interesting, as you alluded to, Mel. We had Bruce Arians on Golic and Wingo, 6 to 10 on ESPN News and ESPN Radio. And he said he thought Lamar Jackson would be a perfect fit for the Arizona Cardinals.
The Arizona Cardinals had to get ahead of Miami, and I think that was the whole key to their football team and their organization's thought process. You think about where they are. Sam Bradford, can he stay healthy? And that's the question. So if you draft a quarterback like Rosen, who's had injury issues, or Lamar Jackson, who needs time, will those quarterbacks be afforded that, particularly Jackson, where Rosen's more NFL ready? Bradford gets hurt. Hey, maybe he's the guy that could step in where I don't think Lamar Jackson could right away. It's going to be an interesting dynamic how they feel about Bradford's ability to play 16 games could impact this decision.
This is interesting. I mean, this is where it's interesting because there are a million ways they can go, and depending on how they go, may tell us what they think about Sam Bradford is going to be available to do. We all know what Sam Bradford can do, but the question is, do they believe he's going to be available to do it for them?
Yeah, the one thing that I will say is this, like, they also have Mike Lennon too. Now, I know people are going to say, well, they still have just Sam Bradford, because people will just dismiss Mike Lennon. But look, this is still a situation here where a young quarterback will very much so benefit from going to a place like this because of what I talked about earlier, Herbie, about the quarterback room being constructed in such a way that players just learn differently from other players than they do from coaches. And that's not to take anything away from coaching, because we know it's important, but you can relate to one another in ways that maybe coaches can't. This is you know, really it's a sneaky destination place for a young quarterback where if I'm Lamar Jackson or I'm Josh Rosen, I'm not angry right now.
I'm hoping
I'm the guy.
Fitzgerald.
I'm hoping I'm the guy.
And also keep in mind, guys, in the crosstown rivalry game, Josh Rosen outplayed Sam Darnold.
No doubt.
He went right on after that game to SportsCenter. It was no contest. He was the better quarterback, yet he's still on the board. Why? Because there are durability concerns, a shoulder injury 2 years ago, then the concussion protocol twice this year. Concussions. Then you factor in, can he galvanize the team? Is he a natural leader that these guys are going to want to go and know, hey, I get the ball at the 10-yard line, I got to go 90 yards. You can do it. He came up short against Memphis. He had the ball around midfield, a couple minutes to go against a bad Memphis defense, and he didn't get it done. He makes some ill-advised throws, some bad decisions here and there for such an incredibly bright, smart kid on the field. There's some common sense things he doesn't do. So I think Rosen here, though, Herbie, you would never have thought, I think a month ago, he would be here at this spot in the draft.
There's one thing about Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold is when the game would get tight, great quarterbacks, not on my watch. We're not losing this game right now. You felt that. Josh Rosen, if you took Josh Rosen off of UCLA and you put him in Oklahoma, you took Baker Mayfield or Sam Darnold and put him with UCLA, I don't know if the team that Josh Rosen goes to is able to maintain the level that SC and Oklahoma played at. But I do think you would see a significant jump only because of galvanizing, as you said, a team and getting them to believe in who you are.
And remember the A&M game, Texas A&M game, first game, he came back from way down. He made some throws in that game, were just lucky to be completed.
Right.
Jordan Lastly made some key catches. A&M had a chance for some interceptions. Ball went through the defensive back's hands. So I think he's got to make better decisions on the field.
Keep this in mind. If it is a quarterback, it would be the first time in the common draft era that we have 4 quarterbacks go in the top 10 picks. We told you this was going to be maybe an historic night. It is playing out that way. Again, Arizona gets 10. The Raiders get the 15th overall pick, a 3rd round pick, and a 5th round pick this year.